Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On this occasion, I will review a journal article. From the journal, the title of the study is Speaking Challenges Among English Club Members at On Islamic Boarding School in South Sumatra. The title clearly and specifically reflects the main focus of the research, which discusses the speaking challenges faced by students who are members of the English club. Authors. The study was written by 6 authors: Leni Marzulina, Muhammad Hollandia, Dian Erlina Herizal, Hikmah Zalifah Putri, and Lia Hidayati. 5 of them, Leni Marzulina, Muhammad Hollandia, Dian Erlina Herizal, and Lia Hidayati, are lectured at UIN Raden Fatah Palembang, while Hikmah Zalifah Putri is a student from University Riau. This collaboration between lecturer and a student from two different universities saw a strong academic partnerships that support the depth and diversity of the research. Purpose of the study. The purpose of this study is to identify the speaking challenges faced by students who participate in the English club at Darul Abrar. In addition, the research aims to explore the that contribute to student difficulties in speaking English, including linguistic, physiological, and environmental aspects. This means the study does not only focus on results but also seeks to understand and underlying causes behind student speaking problems, making it more analytical and reflective. Design of the study. The research used a qualitative research method with a case to study approach. This design was considered appropriate because the study focused on understanding student experience in depth rather than measuring quantitative results. Through the case study approach, the researchers were able to explore how students encounter speaking difficulties during English club activities, providing a more comprehensive and contextual picture of the challenges. Next, location and participants of the study. The research was conducted at Darul Abrar Islamic Boarding School, located in Banyuasin, South Sumatra. The participants were 6 students who are members of the English club, selected using purpose sampling based on how long they had participated in the club. Some had joined for less than a year, while others had been active for more than a year. The selection allowed the researchers to collect data from students with varying levels of experience. Data collection. Data were collected through observation and semi-structural interview. The observation was carried out for consecutive days during English club activities to observe student real interaction and speaking behaviors. A word semi-structural interview were conducted inter data collection. Data were collected through observation and semi-structural interview. The observation was carried out for consecutive day during English club activities to observe student real interaction and speaking behaviors. Afterward, semi-structural interview were conducted with 6 students to explore more deeply their experience, participation, and challenges in speaking English. By combining these two techniques, the research obtained research data. Observation reflects student behavior in context, while interview provide personal and reflective insights. Data analysis. The data were analyzed using thematic analysis based on the steps proposed by Creswell. The process includes organizing the data, coding, grouping codes into terms, and interpreting the meaning behind the findings. The results were then present in tables and scribe explanation to highlight the patterns that emerge from the data. Major findings: the study found more mind challenges faced by students when speaking English in the club activities. First, lack of vocabulary, making it difficult for students to express their ideas, and the second, use of the mother tongue such as Indonesia or Javanese, which often hide the fluence in English. Third, lack of self-confidence. A student were afraid of making mistake and doubt their ability. Four, low motivation, since some students afraid less authenticity in participating. These findings indicate that both linguistic and physiological factors play an important role in influencing student speaking ability in a EFL context. Connection with relevant studies. The findings of the study are consistent with all Hosni, who state that limited vocabulary and fear of making mistakes are the main cause of student speaking difficulties. Similarly, Johanna emphasized that physiological factors such as anxiety and lack of confidence are major barriers to English speaking performance. In addition, Tuan and Mai found that both linguistic factor, vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar, and physiological factor, motivation and self-confidence, significantly influence student speaking performance. Therefore, this study by Marsudina et al. Aligns well with previous research and strengthens that understanding that student speaking ability is influenced by a combination linguistic and physiological aspect. Akhirul kalam, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.